Solo voy con mi pena, sola va mi condena. Correré mi destino para burlar la ley, perdido en el corazón de la grande Babilón. Me dicen el clandestino por no llevar papel pa' una ciudad.
React off the cuff.
Oh, okay. I'm Michaela from Torino, Italy. Let's see, my generation. I think the worst part is not knowing what is in store in the future for our next generation. I don't have any kids, but I have a niece, my sister's daughter. She's 15. And what really bothers me is to see how many young people and young minds here in Italy and probably all over the world are struggling just to survive again, and there is no moral values to sustain them. I think the previous generations have not been able to produce anything good for them to really help them. So what's working in Italy now is just the family network, which is very important, of course. If we didn't have the family network and some volunteer work, this country would be nothing. So I feel that for them, the challenge is even bigger than for us, and it's kind of scary, and it's really sad because they cannot find a job. They study hard, they don't find a good job in Italy. If in the best of options, they can go somewhere else. So this country really would need to be blown up from the root and reconstructed again. I think that the saddest part of it is seeing the new generations and having this sense of helplessness. You don't know what to do for them. You don't know what to do for them except, setting a nice environment at home and giving them whatever values you can give them, but then they're out in the open and there's nothing there on the horizon. They stay home, they cannot find a job. It's really despairing, especially when you think of yourself and you were dreaming and you were traveling around the world and you could actually do whatever you wanted to do. You knew that if you studied hard enough, if you had a vision, you could get there and get what you wanted. It's not their case anymore.
Do you think young people are aware that that's not the case, or is it sort of you objectively?
It is me.
Seeing that?
It is my perception, because I can see that even the good ones, even those who really strive hard, if they want to succeed, if they want to do the job they have chosen for themselves, they have to leave. And I think they have no options. They have very few options. And while for us, we did have many options, and that's the difference you can perceive. I don't know whether they know it. I don't know if they know it, and I think they also they don't want so much to get out of their nest anymore. Perhaps their word is scariest, probably.
Okay. Thank you.
Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, que el mundo sea tan feo. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, de tanto tiroteo. Va por la calle llorando, lágrima de oro. Va por la calle brotando, lágrima de oro. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, de tanto cachondeo. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, vámonos de jaleo. Ay, por la calle llorando, lágrima de oro. Ay, por la calle brotando, lágrima de oro. Llegó el cocodrilo y super chango, toda la vaina de Maracay
Vieni Via Con Me with Roberto Saviano. I think you know him, he's a great writer, and Fabio Fazio. And there was a format called I Stay Here, Resto Qui.
Why?
I'm leaving, vado via. And we're going to do the same thing here, just to explain what is going on in our country. Okay? I'm leaving. I'm actually moving to Berlin because here there's no future for me.
I'm staying here because this is the only place I can call home.
I stay here because I would like that one day people like Marta will come back here. So.
Yeah, and I'm leaving because I want to come back one day and be a better person, and I would like to learn something from another country, which I think could be more, I don't know what, but more than Italy.
I'd like to leave because here I feel like stuck and I can't do anything I want, and I can't feel myself in a place I like.
I'd like to leave because I want to know new things, learn new things, but then I will come back. I won't come back to get my country get better and be again a very important country like it was maybe at the beginning of its story.
Actually, I would like to stay here, but my government right now doesn't allow me to do what I like to do, so I have to go.
And I'd like that staying here would be a better perspective for a person of my age, but it's not like that, unfortunately.
We should leave because we are not free, and it's difficult for us to think about our future, but at the same time we are still free to fight for our rights. So like university, like things can be changed, so we can do something. We don't know really what, but we can do something.
And when I will come back here, everything will be more fair, I think. Just, yeah, better, because I have this positive idea, and I think that my friends here, when I will be in Berlin, will do a great job here.
And I think that we have to stay here because that's the only way we can change the things here.
That's absolutely true. So, but we will come to Berlin too.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, que el mundo sea tan feo. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, de tanto tiroteo. Va por la calle llorando, lágrima de oro. Va por la calle brotando, lágrima de oro. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, de tanto cachondeo. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, vámonos de jaleo. Ay, por la calle llorando, lágrima de oro. Ay, por la calle brotando, lágrima de oro. Llegó el cancodrilo y super chango, toda la vaina de Maracaibo. En este mundo hay mucha confusión, suenan los tambores de la rebelión.
The big source of concern and unhappiness in this country is that politics has nothing to do with the real world. So we are basically bombarded with information that has nothing to do with what everybody, what the people needs, but it's all about what the politicians in Rome or at any seat of power across the country are doing in order to take care basically of their own interests and their own needs, and which I understand is a very sort of common criticism that everybody voices all over the world. I feel that in Italy this has gotten out of hand and much more in a much deeper way than previously. It's very hard. I don't know. It's hard to find the words how to put this. The thing is, you know, I'm 50 years old and I've gone through several phases of social, political, economic development in this country, and the sense has always been that the next phase has always been worse than the previous phase, and this sense is probably even stronger today. And plus, there's a big economic crisis going on, which is touching especially the public institutions. And because I work for one strategic public institution in Italy, which is university, I have this perception that obviously what the government wants to do is to destroy or to sort of tone down public institutions dramatically, but there is it's not clear, there is not in sight something that will replace those institutions. So the fear is that this country will be left without some of the key institutions that are necessary in order for any country to develop. So there's a big sense of sort of an impending loss. The loss has not happened yet, but it seems to be, you know, around the corner. And this is probably a sense of very, very big powerlessness that is felt in this country these days.
No tienes la culpa, mi amor, que el mundo sea tan feo. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, de tanto tiroteo. Va por la calle llorando, lágrima de oro. Va por la calle brotando, lágrima de oro. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, de tanto cachondeo. Tú no tienes la culpa, mi amor, vámonos de jaleo. Ay, por la calle llorando, lágrima de oro. Ay, por la calle brotando, lágrima de oro. Llegó el cocodrilo y super chango, toda la vaina de Maracaibo. En este mundo hay mucha confusión, suenan los tambores de la rebelión. Suena mi pueblo, suena la